Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fitri Aulia Rahman from Group 1. I will explain the topic of currently issue in psycholinguistics. It is smartphone addiction. Okay. Increased smartphone utilization by children will increase the risk of addiction, which consequently affecting the physical and mental health status of children. This impact requires an appropriate prevention strategies and involves the family or parents as important social support system for child development. Anxiety, depression, and behavior disorders have two-way relationship with smartphone addiction. Authoritative parenting style can reduce the risk of smartphone addiction. Smartphone addiction requires a comprehensive prevention and intervention strategy. In addition, authoritative parenting style make the child into a person who has a character that will have influence attitudes, ways of thinking to avoid addictive behavior. Okay, next. Life in the era of globalization is closely related to the use of technology in various fields, including in the field of communication. One of the product of telecommunication technology development is smartphone. Smartphones are phones that use an internet connection and provide a variety of personal digital assistant or PDA features and functions such as notes, calculators, calendar, agenda, various applications that can help with daily activities. Not only adults, smartphone use in children has also increased since 2000. In mental health, smartphone addiction can cause depression, neuroticism, and obsessive compulsive behavior disorders and affect academic achievement. Okay, next. According to Wang in 2011, smartphone addiction can be triggered by various factors such as low social skills, traumatic events, and conflicts with family. Family is the most important aspect of child development. Parenting patterns will shape children's perceptions. Parenting patterns are the attitudes and behavior of parents in interacting with children. Based on social learning theory, children learn by observing what other people do through observation, and then cognitively presented the observed behavior of other people. Parenting parents consists of several types, namely authoritative, neglectful, indulgent, and authoritarian. Proper parenting patterns can form good self-regulation and foster responsibility for children, one of which is the responsibility of using a smartphone. Okay, next, Fenton in 2013 said addiction falls into the category of primary and chronic neurobiological disorders and characterized by failure to control or emergence to impulsive behavior, even though the effects of the behavior are known to be harmful. Meanwhile, smartphone addiction is exclusive use of smartphones and can interfere with daily life functions or uncontrolled use and is accompanied by symptoms such as mood modification, um, mood modification, tolerance, and silence or behavior that dominate though feeling and behavior. Next, anxiety is okay. Next, the impact of smartphone addiction on the mental health of children and adolescents in mostly found. There are anxiety, depression, and behavioral disorders, such aggressive and self-injurious or suicidal behavior. The first one, anxiety. Anxiety is a condition of an unpleasant mood or atmosphere accompanied by feelings or worry about uncertainty or threats in the future. Anxiety as the impact of smartphone addiction is mainly related to 24 hours notification feature and online gaming available on smartphones, where it affects the efficiency of children's learning time so that academic tasks are not properly resolved. Another study examined the relationship between anxiety and smartphone addiction. Also, as assessed anxiety from the different perspective, where anxiety is not only the impact of addiction but also a risk factor for smartphone addiction. Individuals with anxiety, especially social anxiety, tend to avoid relationship in real world and choose smartphones as a medium for social interaction without fear of pressure. So that smartphones act as medium for avoiding unpleasant emotional experiences. If this happens continuously, there is a risk of addiction. Smartphones are getting higher. Then um, depression, smartphone addiction affects social life where social dissatisfaction satisfaction causes individuals to withdraw from their social environment and develop into depression. Depression in children can be characterized by a feeling of excessive attachment to parents and a phobia of school. Meanwhile, in adolescents, depressive symptoms are characterized by avoidance behavior, antisocial behavior, poor academic performance, and substance abuse. Other researchers say that there is a two-way relationship between depression and smartphone addiction. Individuals experience depression can use smartphones as a medium to avoid negative emotions and seek comfort. On the other hand, excessive smartphone use causes individuals to experience sleep disturbance, stress, irritability, and exacerbate depression. Okay, the last one is the behavioral disorders. Exclusive. excessive use of smartphone to addiction is closely related to the risk of cyberbullying, namely violent behavior that takes place in space. Based on the meta-analysis study, it is clear that cyberbullying is associated with stress, anxiety, depression, substance abuse, and suicidal ideas and attempts. The result of other studies show that adolescents who have been victims of cyberbullying have a tendency to behave aggressively or engage in violence when they are adults. It is possible as long as they become victims indirectly, they also learn to behave aggressively. Okay, I think that's all my explanation about smartphone addiction. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.